Whispers of the morning. Just days after losing one of her closest friends, a woman named Morgan captured something truly unsettling on video. This wasn't just any friend. They talked every day, shared routines, cracked inside jokes, and even worked out together each morning. When Morgan got the call about her friend's passing, it didn't feel real. For days, she wandered through her house in a daze, half expecting her phone to light up with a message that would never come. Grief can twist reality in strange ways. A few days later, Morgan started hearing sounds that sounded like her friend's voice. At first, she chalked it up to her mind grasping at what it missed most. But then, doors began opening on their own. Objects that belonged to her friend, items with sentimental value, moved from where Morgan remembered leaving them. One morning, she heard the voice again. This time, she grabbed her phone to record. The door to the room slowly opened by itself, the same room where her friend did her morning workouts. Morgan insists she was completely alone, so, if no one else was there, who opened it? After being told by friends that it was just grief, Morgan installed security cameras. That night, the footage captured something even stranger. One of the stools in the room seemed to move on its own. Look closely, and you can even see light flickering off the door. Morgan later explained that this stool had been her friend's favorite, so much so that if anyone sat there while the other stool was empty, she jokingly complained, "Here, opinions split." If you believe in after-death communication, spirits might use familiar objects as a way of saying, "I'm still here." But there's a darker possibility. Paranormal experts warn that grief can make someone emotionally vulnerable, and if there really is something in the house, it may not be her friend at all. It could be something else entirely, mimicking her friend's voice and using personal details to gain trust. Have you ever noticed strange things after losing someone? How did you cope? Alone in the house. This chilling footage comes from a home security camera while the family was away at work. The house was completely empty, a fact that made the recent camera installation feel all the more necessary. For days, the family had been noticing small but unsettling signs: objects left on the floor, drawers hanging open, items moved from where they remembered leaving them. They suspected someone might be sneaking in. But after checking every door and window and finding no sign of forced entry, they decided to set up cameras to see what was really happening. It didn't take long before the footage revealed something deeply disturbing. In the recording, a drawer suddenly slides open on its own. Moments later, objects begin tumbling from a nearby surface, one by one, as if something unseen was moving through the room, deliberately knocking things aside. When the family returned later that day, the house looked exactly as it had in the footage. Drawers open, objects scattered across the floor, even furniture slightly shifted. Some suggest there could be a normal explanation: loose shelving, vibrations, or even small animals hiding in the walls. But the movements feel far too deliberate for that. Whatever caused the chaos appeared to remain in the house while the cameras were rolling, and according to the family, they still have no explanation for what really happened. The crawling shadow. This chilling footage comes from an office CCTV camera back in 2014, captured long after everyone had gone home for the night. In the clip, a dark shape appears near the doorway, then slowly crawls toward a desk before disappearing from view. At first glance, the simplest explanation seemed obvious. A rat, but when the footage was slowed down, the figure looked far stranger. It didn't appear fully solid. No tail, no distinct head, no clear features. More like a moving shadow than a living creature. Some paranormal researchers suggest figures like this might be tied to lingering negative energy, intelligent spirits, or unexplained entities briefly crossing into our reality. Whatever it was, it left no trace behind. Only the camera captured it, leaving staff to wonder if all the unexplained disturbances in that office were ever just coincidences. Eyes in the dark. A man bought a remote home deep in the forest, far from any neighbors. At first, the isolation was exactly what he had dreamed of. But just a few weeks after moving in, strange noises began echoing through the woods every night. It wasn't any sound he recognized. Nothing like the animals he knew. There was something unnatural about it, almost otherworldly. Then one night in September 2024, his security camera finally caught the source of the eerie sounds, and what it recorded left him shaken. Two bright, reflective eyes glowed from the darkness, staring straight at the camera, as if the creature knew it was being watched. The shadowy figure lingered for only a moment before slipping silently back into the trees. The man has replayed the clip countless times, trying to identify what he saw, whether it was a cryptid, a ghostly entity, or something even more supernatural. He still has no answers. So, what do you think appeared on his property that night? The haunted Q&A. An elderly woman decided to do a small Q&A session in her home after viewers of her previous videos suggested that something strange might be happening inside. Sitting comfortably in her chair, she answered each question while someone off camera read them aloud. At first, everything seemed normal. Her voice was calm, her tone cheerful. But there was a subtle tension in the room, as if something unseen might be lurking just out of sight.
Butterfly lady, the ghosts are pissed off with the clutter in your house. So she's saying your house is very messy. Can you explain why your house is messy?
I'm waiting to go out to the new year, and the house is messy because Nathan, who is my young son,
the grandson,
help clear it up.
Grandson. I'm your grandson then.
My grandson, I mean.
Yeah, so you wouldn't help clear it up. Alright then. So there was one more question. A lady said, there's a lot of booze in your house. You know the bottles you got over there? She said, can you explain why you got so many bottles?
Well, I don't drink it myself. So I collect them when somebody gives me some more, I win it in a raffle.
How old did you say they are though?
How old were they?
Yeah, how old would you say all those bottles are?
Well, I don't know. There seemed to be a lot there. Look, I've got rid of some of it.
Oh, they're quite old though, aren't they?
Yeah, very old.
So, yeah, we got 100,000 views. We got now 368 followers, subscribers. Can you say any final words to the people, the 120,000 people that saw the video last year on this exact day, as today is the 31st of December, 2019, and tomorrow will be New Year's Eve. Tomorrow will be New Year's Day. So it's exactly a year ago it happened today. So we're doing an anniversary. So can you
I think it's all a load of bullshit.
Alright then. Alright, you got anything else to say to the people before we go?
Just what I said. What I've said. I didn't mean to swear, but
You don't like the internet and Wi-Fi and YouTube?
no, I don't get on with anything like that.
Behind her, a string of Christmas lights began flickering in an odd, uneven rhythm. Not the random blink of a loose bulb, but something that immediately caught viewers' attention. Beside the lights, a small Santa decoration stayed still for most of the video, until the very end. As the clip neared its final seconds, the Santa's arm twitched more than once. Subtle, but unmistakable if you were watching closely. The woman never noticed, smiling as she finished speaking, but viewers spotted it immediately. Some even claimed they had seen the same eerie movements in her earlier videos. Whether it was a trick of the light or real paranormal activity, the idea of something moving on its own left people unsettled, especially knowing she still lives in that house, completely alone. Did this story creep you out? Drop a like and join us by subscribing for more real horror.